So, I am enjoying my Saturday afternoon, having a cup of coffee, and all the boys, except for baby George, left with Grandpa and Daddy. And I had mentioned in a video earlier this week with the Halloween fun that there was a surprise coming. So, I'm getting the room ready for the surprise. So, while Dad's away, Mommy must play. If you remember, I painted this wall while I was pregnant.
Wait, Mommy can play?
Actually, I painted the whole interior of the house. And this one kind of needed another coat of paint. We went with a slightly darker color. And with Jack's surprise coming, I wanted to make sure that this wall was taken care of, and the holidays will be here before we know it. So I am going over it with a second coat of paint. A Mr. Clean Magic eraser to the wall, and some of the paint had come off, and then I started noticing spots where toys have taken some of the paint off the wall. So we're doing a little touch up here. We got at least 6 or 7 hours for the paint to dry, so that'll be a good thing to do. And Jack has been propping his electric piano up over here, and I took the magic razor to that, and it needs a touch up. So we're gonna take this picture down and get this corner taken care of, and any touch ups, because I had a spot I had missed in the kitchen, and okay. So I wanted to hit that and any spots that were streaky. Really, we're getting into less hours of sunlight, and with summer I could really see, with more light coming in here, little spots that needed some work. So this is what we got going today. Okay, so now I have to let you in on the secret and tell you what's been happening. So Jack has been learning how to play the keyboard on his own from a hand-me-down Yamaha keyboard that his Grandma Chris had given his sister 15-20 years ago. So she never really got into it, and Jack just decided one day he was going to learn how to play the piano. He found a couple programs online where you could teach yourself, and he just is picking it up tremendously. As you know, we're a big family living in a small house. The challenge is going to be that big of a sound in this small of a house, and getting him set up on hours that he can practice and play without interruption and without waking up everybody or driving everybody nuts. Pianos literally are being given away for free all over the country because the people who played have moved on, and so what we were able to do was locate a few used pianos through Craigslist, and I also checked out some used pianos at some local piano dealers. So locally, right now, there were about 12, 15 pianos for sale in our area, which just floored me that there were so few. So I kind of looked around and sent my husband and father-in-law to go buy one, and it basically was made of MDF, which is particle board, and had a veneer over that. On one side of it, it had a big chunk of the veneer missing, and for me, she wanted $200 for the piano. She led me to believe it was solid oak, and it wasn't. So here's a picture of that. So the house had been sitting empty for a while, and the whole house had a funny smell, and there was like garbage in the yard and furniture in the yard, and I just didn't have a good feeling about it. So when my husband told me this, I just said, just walk away, don't worry about it. Jack was a little sad because we had already put it off for a week, and there was some tears shed. So there's a bit of a gap in this whole video sequence happening. In the meantime, we were able to go to the dealers and see what they had for pianos, and I ended up finding a great piano, and at the dealer it was $2,500. Another piano that I had my eye on through the dealer was $1,450, And as you know, we're very frugal, and I thought there's got to be a way we can do this. So there's actually videos on YouTube of what to look for in a used piano, and I had the courage to open up these pianos and see what all was going on in them. Now, my mother played the piano, so I was raised around a piano, but not the workings of the piano. So I emailed about a couple more pianos that were on Craigslist that were for free or cheap, you know, anywhere's up to like $300-400. Now, I know you can't always find a great piano for that price, but a lot of it is that people are moving, they're downsizing, and they can't take the piano with them, and they don't want to hire a mover to do the moving of the piano in the first place. So we found this great piano. Here's a picture of it. So the piano is on its way, and I'll show you all set it up in our living room with a demonstration from Jack here in just a minute.
So they're here. I had to move some stuff out of the way in the garage. They're coming in.
You have to come on. I'm gonna tip it back on this corner.
Hi, baby.
Oh, it's baby. Hi, George. You're fine.
Oh, Georgie. Hi, George. We're coming to see you.
No, it's not supposed to go right up against.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
This does have to be.
Yeah. He wants to be held by you.
Alright, we got it in.
You're all set, Jack. What do you think? No.
Perfect.
Oh, my knees. That's good. That leg's good now.
I lifted this a little bit.
I bet George would call piano in his box.
Go get it. We gotta put the board in first, Jack. Hold it.
Now, we'll let this warm up.
Don't play it, Mom. There's cold parts, just like when we used to move refrigerators for people, remember? We told them, don't plug it in.
Really?
A day.
A day.
Freon has to get back around.
Hi, George. Well, hi, George.
So, yes,
Come to see Trey. Hi, guys. Yeah.
Which way did it go?
Oh, serial number, Jack.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me take a picture of that in case it's out on the inside or something. Yeah. It says, of course I'm standing in front of the light, product of Baldwin,
Look how big
Acrosonic, in this
real big boy.
mahogany finish.
Oh, yeah.
So it matches our dark furniture
yeah.
of our end tables and all our brown. And that was part of the reason why we chose this. Leave it down so I don't, but this is the inside workings of a piano, and we'll show you more all about it.
That's out by the garage door.
They were able to move the whole thing on a trailer with some storage straps, covered it with moving blankets. You can get those at Harbor Freight for just a couple dollars a piece. And he got these extreme garage movers. They hold 1,000 pounds. This is the 30 by 18, and they were $15 a piece. And then he got the smaller ones for $10 a piece also. So the wheels were about $6 a piece for these wheels. The smaller wheels on the one in the garage from Harbor Freight were $4 a piece. So it was cheaper to buy these and get them moved. And he did it all. Thank you so much for doing that for our little boy. Very happy. So we'll let it warm up for a little bit and have Jack play it.
Lucy. You can't do that.
So everyone, thanks for watching our video. Remember, buy used, save your dollars. We're so happy and so proud of Dad for going to get it.